Hello, 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 hello. When you see something that happens and you know that this is not just ordinary, but it is supernatural, and you know that it is the Lord's doing. So when people see the Lord's doing, they can actually recognize that it is the Lord's doing and it is marvelous. Okay, it is the Lord's doing and it's marvelous that we are here again today. A beautiful money making Monday on hashtag trending right here on Spectrum Television. What we know how to do is that in this particular program, we bring up topics that is trending, topics of high importance in the society that cuts across all sectors and spheres on social media. As long as it is the talk of the social media, yes, we bring it right here, we place it on the table, we dissect, we talk about it. And my name is Ofonono Joseph, beautifully, gladly welcoming you to Money Making Monday edition of hashtag trending. It's a beautiful new week and a beautiful Monday afternoon right here, and I hope you're doing just well. Well, talking about when God does something, it is beautiful, and when people see it, they say, this particular deed, this particular happening, this occurrence, it is the Lord that has done it, and it is marvelous in our eyes. They say, some people say, delay can be dangerous, but as it has to do with God, okay, there is no delay with Him. Okay, there is no delay with God as we see this particular trend on social media that lots of people are talking about, and people are saying, I want to be this steadfast. I want my faith to grow higher. I want to believe and wait on God like this because I don't want to shiver. I don't want to be desperate and be running from pillar to post. As we see the testimony of a beautiful couple that have waited for 30 years for the fruits of the womb. And this woman finally took in after she was 56. She took in at the age of 56 years. Yes, she has tried other things, medically, professionally, advice. She's tried everything, even IVF, 2 failed IVFs. And she got pregnant at this age that I just mentioned. And when she testified in church, Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministries in church, oh my God, the faith of people were lifted as she praised the the prayer support and advice of her pastor, talking about Dr. D.K. Olukoya, and friends and family. Of course, the journey, she said, was not easy. But finally, God came through. God answered them. And now she has given birth to a beautiful, handsome baby boy. Let us see the video of Segun and Kemi giving their testimony in church.
God has blessed them today. Go ahead, ma.
We got married in 1994, July precisely. Since then, we've been believing God for the fruit of the womb. It had been a challenging time, but God manifested Himself after all. We've been through some treatments, 2 failed IVFs.
Today. Go ahead, ma.
We got married in 1994, July precisely. Since then, we've been believing God for the fruit of the womb. It had been a challenging time, but God manifested Himself after all. We've been through some treatments, 2 failed IVFs. We've been passing through prayers, corridor prayers with the general overseer, and he has been very supportive and prayerfully guiding us. So, as God will have it, in May 2024, I conceived. The journey was a bit challenging because of age, but I was able to sail through.
At what age, ma?
At that time I was 56. So, by the time the baby came in January last year, I was close to 57. Praise the Lord. The journey had been that of pain, cry, and joy at times. Anytime I saw people testify, I asked God, when will I testify? You have not called me to shame. You have not called this home to shame. And God did it. There was a time I had an attack on my leg. And I told God, I will still need this leg to carry pregnancy. Oh. You just have to help me. And God helped me. So in January 2025, the Lord will put to
this beautiful testimony. Have you listened to it? Did you watch it? She finally gave birth. She is 57 years. After how many years of waiting again? 30 years. She prayed, she hoped, she carried out, the medical advice that she was given. 2 failed IVFs, and she was just there waiting at the feet of the cross, waiting on the Lord. And you know the popular saying of Christians, what God cannot do does not exist. This testimony is boosting somebody's faith. This testimony is strengthening somebody that has been waiting on the Lord, hoping on the Lord, praying and waiting for something positive in their lives. And of course, to those awaiting parents, continue to wait, pray, do the needful, go for medical checkups and do the needful. But do not forget that maybe 1,000 years is a day before God. So just at the end of the tunnel, there will be light. You will have a reason to smile and even laugh to the bank, just as Mr. Shegun and Mrs. Kemi right here are grateful to God. The joy is just beaming. She cannot even express it anymore, filled with tears of joy. This is quite beautiful. Let's take comments on social media. Stephen Akinyemi says she married early. She got married when she was around 26. Life is unpredictable, but thank God that the effectual and fervent prayers of the righteous avails much. If you don't give praying up, God will come through for you. Okay, that's coming from Adeyemi. That's the comment from Adeyemi. Yeah, some people get married very early, just like this lady got married. But look at her. She had to wait for 30 years. Okay. What do you think of this particular video? Because some people are saying that they cannot wait for this long, that they will adopt, or this is going to happen, they're going to marry other wives, and diverse decisions and reactions. What would you do if you were in the shoes of this beautiful couple? Will you wait for 30 years? What action will you take? That's the question I'm posing to you. Let's take this comment from Lara. Lara says, God is wonderful and there is nothing he cannot do. Even when the wait feels long, he still shows up. I'm so happy for this beautiful couple. Congratulations to mommy and daddy, according to Lara. A beautiful one right there. Okay, what God cannot do does not exist. For real. Yes, God is not man. He does not lie. He does not change. All right. I am praying for those people that are waiting on the Lord for the fruit of the womb, that their prayers will be answered, just as this woman's prayer, this couple's prayer were answered. And of course, to every other person that's waiting on the Lord for other positive things, blessings in their lives, that the blessings will be manifested in real life. Okay, forging ahead. I could say this has to do a little bit with politics, but of course with what we are going through in Nigeria. INEC Electoral Reform Bill, formerly Electoral Act 2022 Amendment Bill 2026, seeks to revise Nigeria's electoral laws for the 2027 general elections. As we see, the former 2023 presidential candidate, talking about Peter Obi, going out to join others to do a peaceful demonstration as it has to do with the INEC Electoral Reform Bill of 2026, saying that the real results, like the real-time result, has to be uploaded. But you know that lawmakers led by the Senate President, Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio, has said that due to network failures in some certain places, they could maintain the other one. They could maintain maybe the manual transmission, upload of election results. But it's not sitting well with so many people. They said, no, we want the real-time upload of results. Yes, the e-transmission, that's what we want, and not the other one. So what is the changes actually that the INEC Electoral Reform Bill includes? It includes giving INEC electoral transmission of results. Now, the debate is whether to allow real-time election results upload, as the Senate has said that network or technical issues might arise. So today we see in Abuja that Peter Obi is leading the protest. Well, he's joining the protest, I could say, but he's the outstanding and highly placed individual amongst people that we're seeing in this protest. We're seeing the likes of Peter Anya, we're seeing the likes of Peter Obi, and the likes of Isaac Fayoshe right here. Well, let's listen to what Peter Obi had to say during the protest today in Abuja at the National Assembly.
We have suffered the danger. That's why we have suffered before. We don't want any glitch again. Yes, glitch is finished. We want things to come back to glitch. Yes. No more glitch. No more glitch. It has raised our concerns about this election. What we want is an electoral process that is transparent from beginning to finish. Our demand about the amendment is simple. Let us have an amendment that allows faith.
What do you think of this protest? Do you think it's going to make any positive changes? Well, the Senate are saying they're going to review the whole matter. They've not totally concluded, but people are going out en masse to say, no, we want the election results transmission, the real time, like as it happens, you're seeing the uploads and not the manual. Do you prefer the manual? Because it's not in all the states and local government areas of Nigeria that we have network connectivity. So that is the excuse that the lawmakers made, headed by the Senate President, Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio. Which of these would you prefer? And do you, well, they're still going to review, sit and talk about it. Let us wait till the final resolution on this matter concerning INEC Electoral Reform Bill. Let's take a few comments on social media concerning this. All right, Mane says, Obi shouldn't be doing this now. The National Assembly, according to Akpabio, didn't say they dismissed mandatory uploading of results. They only said it's under review, okay, due to network hitches. Okay, yeah, that's coming from Mane. Rare Unfiltered. If he spent half as much time building a party structure as he does taking selfies at rallies, maybe he wouldn't be complaining about INEC today. Okay. All right, that's coming from Rare Unfiltered. United Carl says, Obi joins protest or he organizes the protest and act like he joins it and want the best for every Nigerian. This guy just wants power by all means. Okay. All right. Recall that Peter Obi wanted to be vied for the position of the president of Nigeria 2023 under the Labour Party, but now he's joined the coalition. He's now in ADC. And people are saying this is politics really playing out. So with the effort, with him being a frontier, always talking about the way things are going bad, the way things are going south in Nigeria, do you think most people like him and every other politician, is it about political war, or they really have the interest of the common man at heart and they really want a positive change in Nigeria? What do you think of him spearheading the protest in Abuja today? I could use the word. What do you think? Is it for the betterment of Nigerians or for the normal politicking that we know? As we move further to talking about other trending stories here in Nigeria. Okay. Dr. Abu, a certain doctor who is a house officer in Edo State University Teaching Hospital, has recognized two men that kidnapped him in January. So he was abducted from his hometown in Edo State. Him and his brother, who is a medical student graduate, were abducted. And there, the kidnappers asked for a ransom of 100 million naira. And people couldn't raise it. So people were running around, and they couldn't raise it, just for them to show the world that they are serious. That if they do not raise a ransom of 100 million naira so that they would be released, they will be murdered. Well, they shot his brother. They shot his brother, Abu Junior, Abu Taher. They shot him in the presence of the doctor. Very sad, very sad story. And right now, they have Dr. Abu Babatunde has been released from the hands of these kidnappers because they raised money, paid over 50 million naira, and he was released. Now he's just undergoing some sort of medical attention and care in the hospital. And yesterday, two young men ran into the hospital. Yes, Edo University Teaching Hospital, not knowing that Dr. Abu Babatunde is in the hospital, also trying to recover from what they did to him, the trauma. Okay, so they ran in with a little girl that was very sick and needed help. Guess what? Dr. Abu Babatunde walked to go, get attended to for his wounds to be cleaned, and he recognized these two kidnappers. Oh, the story. They say karma, it might take years, but I think this particular karma took just barely a month or just few months. Let us see the video of the two young men talking about Idris Abubakar and Sani Abubakar, identified as the kidnappers of Dr. Abu Babatunde and his late brother Abu Taher.
You, they look me. Right? They look me. Look me. Be looking at me now. Show me. You, they look me. Right? They look me. Look me.
Imagine what people act in movies has really come to pass. Look at two young men full of life that should be doing something tangible for themselves. But guess what? When Dr. Babatunde saw these two people, he recognized them to be his abductors. He quietly placed a call to the police, and now they have been arrested, handcuffed, and they're now in police detention. But questions that netizens are raising are, will justice finally play out? Because look at the people that are abducting people and collecting millions of naira. Do they look it? Do they look at people like people that are spending millions of naira, like 50 million or 100 million, you know? Because the high rate of abduction in Edo State has just skyrocketed. And even on February 3rd, 2 persons were abducted. So with this, these ones were abducted, and Nigerians are saying, no, they have sponsors. They have sponsors. These young men are not sponsoring themselves. They didn't just, you know, chose this path. Maybe there are some persons that are sponsoring them, and they have to start speaking and revealing everything. Also, they're asking, will justice actually take place? Or at some point in time, they will be released, and this, what we're seeing, is just a charade, and it will be swept under the carpet. Nigeria, it is our country. The question we're asking demands answers. Will justice take place? Will they really face the law with the high rate of crime they've committed, murdering people and kidnapping people? That question is actually there, looking for answers. Let's say comment on social media. Far Holding says, how are we sure these murderers will not be released later? Nigeria police is expected to use them and get as many of their gang as possible. Then do the needful to all of them. Okay, the needful that we're talking about. Okay, that's coming from, this one is truth or dare. People where them will soon release. Okay. The same thing I said, will the Nigerian police make sure, follow it up to be sure that these people will really face the law, or they will be released later? This question is coming from Truth, and their Primo says, who really eats all the money from kidnapped victims? These people don't look like they've touched $1 million in their lives. Okay. They don't look it. That's what people are saying. They don't look it. So who actually sponsors these young men to commit such heinous crimes? The questions on the hearts of Nigerians seeking answers. Okay, but meanwhile, let's be very, 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 very careful out there. Know people that you associate with, know people that you rub shoulders with, know where you work, know the time that you go out, know when you come back. Tell people your whereabouts, as they're trying to curtail the high rate of criminality in Edo State. Still talking about what is happening in Nigeria, of course, Falana, popularly known as Falz the Bad Guy, has lent his voice to the killings of Nigerians in the north, especially Christians, and saying, why would preachers of the gospel, why would people that call themselves pastors, general overseers, GOs, mommy GOs, daddy GOs, bishops, reverends, why would they open their church, give their congregations to politicians to come mount the podium, their pulpits, and lie, spread propaganda, and still corrupt the minds of congregations? Why are highly placed pastors not saying anything? Come 2027, you know, bad people will still be voted into power and suffering will continue. He is actually calling on Christians, especially preachers, to say the truth and not, you know, allow bad politicians to use their pulpits to spread propaganda and lies and buy the congregation with their lies, so that Nigeria can experience real democracy. Let us listen to Falana, Falz the Bad Guy.
know what's wrong with us. I don't know, and I don't know when we're gonna wake up. I don't know. I really don't know. The other day, nearly 200 people were killed in Kwara. President just came, released statement, normal statement. Oh, I'm saddened by the bro. Who has been arrested? Who has been prosecuted for this? Nobody. Nothing. Just carry on. No, I've sent. You are always sending people. What are they doing? Nothing. They're killing scores and scores of people every day. But today, people will go to church. Your religious leader, Daddy Gio, Papa, he will tell you to sit down there and pray. Pray that God will come and save you. They've started campaigning for the next elections. Quote unquote, relax. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. He is? Okay. They've announced coordinator for the East, for the West, for the South. Now, these guys will still go to these same churches, and your Papa, your Daddy Gio will allow them on the pulpit to campaign to you, and will convince you that you should vote for this same evil. And you too, in the same cycle, in the same pattern that they've been using for years, you too, you will follow suit and you will vote. Papa did not tell you that currently the Senate is refusing.
Do you have a PVC? Do you go out to vote when it's time to vote? Or you just sit in your room? We know that, yeah, sometimes our votes do not count. But the INEC officials are promising us now that come 2027, our votes will count. So if you have a PVC, why not go out there to vote? And do not let the cycle repeat, because we will just keep on complaining and complaining and complaining. And the rich will get richer, and the richest will get... You know, the line just goes on, and the poor will continue to be poorer. Thousands are dying, and a certain influencer, celebrity, just because you are enjoying, just because it hasn't gotten to you, just because it has not happened to you directly, you are putting out a sentence like, relax, Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. People are dying. These are people's siblings, husbands, wives, children, uncles, aunties, real life. They're not chickens. And someone is saying, relax. How are people supposed to relax in such chaos? In such chaos, such trauma, even hearing about it. They're burning people alive in churches. You are in church and they're setting the building ablaze. And someone is coming out to write, relax, Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Oh, wow. Let us arise and not just talk and talk and talk. Let us do the needful come 2027. Vote. And hopefully, our votes will count this time around. Let's take a few comments on social media as we take the word of the day and Money Making Monday motivation. Dark Velvet says, if people went back to sleep after 2020 protests and 2023 elections, I don't know what can wake up again. We are not ready for a change, and that's too obvious. Well, we're ready for a change this time, I would say. So that's why we have to go out with our PVCs come 2027. Okay, the word of the day that we have is for features. For features. What does for features means? For features is a word that describes something that comes or happens by a lucky chance. Example of for features in a sentence is the fact that we were both there was a for features coincidence. Okay, that is the word that we have for today. Something that happens by chance. Luckily, you know, for features is the word. Take note. Today is Monday, and as you know it, Money Making Monday. What do we have to motivate us to make money more this new week? All right, let's take up our Money Making Monday motivation. Money Making Monday motivation is the best way to make a lot of money is to start making a little bit of money. The best way to make a lot of money is to start making a little bit of money. Okay, a little drops fills the drum. They say, okay, start doing that thing you know how to do that's going to fetch you money, that's going to foot your bills. just step by step, little by little, and before you know it, the result is going to wow you. It has been Money Making Monday edition of #Trending right here on Spectrum Television, and I was the one that drove you through. My name is Ofonono Joseph. See you tomorrow. For now, it's a wrap.